Alright folks, we have 2 tasks today. Now, over the past month, I have actually been back in Singapore, trying different Japanese foods and so forth. And one day, the team alerted me that since I take Scoot so much to Japan, why not we try their most expensive meal range on board. This expensive meal happens to be a popular dish here in Singapore as well. This dish is laksa. Laksa is actually a spicy noodle dish. Yeah, so it's going to be my first time trying this. I've not tried it before. We're going to set some expectations and so forth. Number one, I personally feel that Scoot offering this particular meal is not targeting local Singaporeans here. Because don't tell me that you're going to miss laksa so much that you have to have it on board. Secondly, I'm going to be real here. I don't think, or at least my expectation of how it tastes, I don't think it's Michelin level kind of taste. And that's because I don't really expect them to do any sort of heavy cooking on the plane. And our second task for today, we're going to try Scoot Premium. In all my years of taking Scoot, I have not sat in Scoot Premium before. Well, first of all, because money, budget. So kind of excited, you know, how the sit is going to be like. And I'm going to review it and tell you whether is it worth paying the extra for the premium sitting. This video sponsored? Bro, are you kidding me? Our YouTube channel only has 600 plus subscribers. Who's going to sponsor our channel, man? So we are here today at the airport, about to fly back to Japan. Can't wait to try it. Okay, look at this, everyone. This is the premium sitting. Oh, not too bad though. I guess it's pretty big on the sides. The width is pretty huge. Overall, pretty comfy, I might say. Look at that. This is completely unreclined. Not too bad, not too bad. Over here, have a look at this. Look at the buttons here. Special buttons for the seat recline. Ooh. Right, it's not the usual depress, but this is actually a lever. I think it's very convenient. And now, probably a good ride, right? In this position. Okay, one more over here. There is this. Oh, there's like a foot kind of rest. Oh. Whoa. Now look at this, everyone. Optimus Prime transform. Okay, this is really comfortable. Yep, good. We just took off. So far, the experience out of 10, I'll give it about 7. The seat-wise, pretty comfy. As the plane was actually taking off, you know, when I felt the initial pressing myself against the seat, I actually don't feel the structure of the seat. So the cushion is pretty solid, right? There's a level of cushion over there. Suspension's pretty good. And also over here, I actually have some of like a head support over here. This is pretty good. Now, this particular head support is actually also in their Scoot in Silence area, so this is not new. The only thing that's new over here, I notice, is this thing is actually more solid. So you can really, you know, go against it and it will still actually support your head in the position that you want. The one in Scoot in Silence is actually pretty flimsy and you actually go back to reset position after a while. So this is pretty good. Now, one more thing, you know, that I'm really appreciative of this whole experience so far is actually the width of the seat. You look at the width of the seat, look at how much width I have, right? For the usual seats, I'm pretty cramped, but this one here, maximum space. So very good experience so far, 7 out of 10 so far. Even the table is slightly different. Premium tables. For me, I feel this is more personal in comparison to the one that is in front because I'm all the way right in front of the table. So somewhat good, but somewhat seems a little more flimsy, I think, towards the end. But it's because it's on a one arm support. But overall, I think this is good. Not too bad. The table is also slightly bigger, I feel. Yeah, but definitely more personal. And I think this is the biggest point here. They actually serve water as well. So my water is here. 1 cup of this. Yeah. So if you need water, this is free. And now with all the aircraft regulations concerning power banks and charging, over here it's really dark, but I can charge on the seat here. Oh, thank you so much. Woo. Look at this. Singapore favorites. Alright, interesting. And what's on the plate here? Yeah, I ordered coffee. Hot coffee. You can also ask them for a cup of ice to make your iced coffee also. And oh, some treats, sweet treats, some local cake delight. There's a pandan cake, very earthly kind of taste, more towards the caramel sweet side. So pretty interesting. We have Cadbury cookies. They're gonna have some chocolate filling on the inside. I've eaten this before. I'm a little worried. This plate is actually sagging towards one side. Let's hope it doesn't slip off the table. Let's see what's on the inside. Open sesame, my friends. Wow. Okay, looks really awesome. Not gonna lie. A lot better than expected. From here, I can already smell the fragrance of the laksa. Now, the smell of laksa is more like you have actually like a prawny, coconutty kind of flavor. I think, in my opinion, it at least have to be better than instant noodle laksa. Instant noodle laksa. At least we achieved that. So that's good. That's good. The taste is actually a lot better than expected. I mean, even from the looks of it, you already know that, okay, this is probably going to be good. Is it better than what you get at the stores out there? The answer may be no. That's because the noodle is already slightly expanded. Probably because of it's not cooked fresh. Yeah, so just think, I kind of like the soup. Not too coconutty. The spice level out of 10, maybe around only about 3 to 4. So not too spicy, but very fragrant. Kind of a surprise if you ask me. Pretty fragrant. The prawns taste okay. The fish cake, regular tasting, nothing fantastic. Wait, let me take a few more mouth. Okay, a more accurate assessment now. For me, I feel that personally, I don't really like the noodles. It's too soft, too soft. The soup definitely is a saving grace for this particular dish. A lot better than expected. But the noodle wise, sorry, it's just it can be a lot better. The noodles, the beancurd as well. Well, because it's served in such a small box, so most definitely the beancurd cannot be big. Because in most laksa dishes, the amount of beancurd they give is immense, right? It's a lot of beancurd skin they give. But here it's only a few and it's very, very small piece, right? And well, quite naturally because the box is so small, isn't it? The egg itself already take up almost half the box size, or at least 30 to 40% of the box size. Look at this. Yeah, so that one kind of disappointing because, well, laksa, one of the highlights is actually the fried beancurd skin, if you ask me. Okay, out of 10, final verdict, I give it a 5. Yeah, just pass. I tell you why. At least they didn't skim on the egg, right? You get a good half egg. The prawns, the shrimp itself, yeah, pretty good. Number of prawns inside also pretty good. Fried beancurd skin, because of the box size, is just too small. That's why, they couldn't give more. So yeah, maybe just increase the box size like 30%. And I think this one could easily go up to a 6 or 7 if you ask me. But yeah, I really love the soup. Not too bad. Is it worth it? $18 for this entire thing with the coffee, with the cake, with the cookie and the laksa. You want a good meal on board? A decent meal on board? Okay. I feel you. Okay. I wouldn't give an outright no, but more like a 60-40. Yeah, 60-40. Not too bad. Well, because, if you think about it, a cup of coffee these days, a black coffee outside in Singapore at least, is around about $5 to $6. The more expensive one is around about 7. Yeah, 7. So, which means that the laksa, if you take 7 out of the 18, it's around about $11. This is easily $6 to $7. So, I guess pretty alright. The value you'll be getting. The food is not lousy. It is decent. Okay, it is decent. So yeah, $18, worth it. Especially long destination. We are flying to Japan, 6 to 7, 8 hours. Good. And if you're a tourist, you want to have something to remember about Singapore. Well, what better way to have food, right? On the whole, I guess this particular Scoot experience, pretty alright. I give it around about 5 to 6 out of 10. Because bearing in mind the premium that I have to pay, so that's why it's 5 to 6 out of 10. But if it's cheap, definitely easily 9 to 10. Because one thing for certain is, I think pretty underrated is actually my seat. The shoulder area is actually an oversized rest area. Well, I pay premium for Scoot. Well, I guess all in all, this Scoot experience, if you're going for work, you're going to land in the morning, you have appointments, work, exhibition to attend or whatsoever, you need the energy, you need the good rest. Yeah, definitely worth it. If not, well, back to economy zone. Yep. The only thing that's lacking is actually the onboard entertainment. Use your own smartphone, your own tablets and so forth for your entertainment. Really? Okay, Neko-san just told me something really surprising. I can only order the laksa set outbound of Singapore. Yeah, that's where I can only order the laksa set. And I have to order 72 hours in advance. Right, so I can actually book the ticket first. I guess it increases its value somewhat. Yeah, definitely. It's somewhat more valuable that you cannot eat this coming into Singapore, rather out of Singapore. Would I prefer SQ Economy or Scoot Premium? Yeah, SQ Economy, I'll still be in the middle of the economy zone. I guess... Yeah, I guess the ticket price is around the same, right? Yeah, around about 800, right? If you book it early, both of them are about the same. In all honesty, I will take Scoot Premium. I mean, just look at the seat, man. Look at that. Ooh, you look at this. How big this seat is. It can rest like a boss, right? Rest like a king. Leg rest, just magnificent. Yeah, it's definitely worth the price and value if you ask me, because look at that. It's pretty full. And if you want to consider SQ Economy and Scoot Premium all about the same price, definitely Scoot Premium, man. Come on, easy choice. And I guess the only thing that matters is, value, isn't it? The money you pay, but is it worth it or not? So yeah, overall, pretty good. If I have the money, I'll definitely go for Scoot Plus. Okay, the captain has just made the announcement. I guess we're about to arrive. So we'll see you in the next video.